Now you are here.
No, I was here before. You were somewhere else.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you very much. It's an honor to meet you finally.
The honor is all mine.
Well, it's been, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 decades since the saga retook Spectre.
It is 52 years.
How does it feel to you to be the #1 of Spectre after all that years?
Now, that sounds a little like I was standing there waiting for the others to pass.
Well, the audience is.
No, because you know the first Bond movie happened in '62. Yeah, I was about 6 years old in '62. You know, and I was aware of all the Bond movies anyway, but all the Bond elements without ever having seen a movie. You know, because these movies were, I think, PG, the equivalent of PG-13, or maybe they were even 16 then. You know, because times were stricter then. So until you could see a Bond movie in the theater, you had to be, I think, in Austria, 16 years old. So there were, between the first Bond movie and the first one that I could legally see in the theater, there were at least 4 or 5 others. And by the time I could see it, Sean Connery had retired as James Bond, and Roger Moore had taken over with another actor in between. So you see, what I'm pointing at is that I grew up with it as much as you grew up with it, as much as he grew up with it. You know, we all grow up with James Bond, and it's part of popular culture.
Yes.
Popular or not, it's part of our culture. So you know, it's therefore the question is a little bit like, how do you see yourself in culture?
Because Spectre is the main villain.
Culture as a sometimes functioning and sometimes hopefully disturbing element.
Yes, it is. And the organization, for example, you have the White Cat. It's one of the classic elements of the villains in the Spectre.
Right. A Spectre or any other movie, you know, because these are archetypes. That's part of, those are the firm pillars on which this legend survives.
How do you feel about, in the script, obviously in the film, but since the script, that your character are the main reason for the hurt of James Bond, in case, obviously, of the woman?
So sorry.
What do you think about that? Because, I don't know, you are...
you know, I really think the hurt that we feel and the pain and the wounds that hurt are mostly inflicted by other people.
You are playing a lot of villains, a lot of bad people. I don't know what. What is the fun of being a villain in a James Bond movie?
Yeah, you know, I just play the part. I really don't think about these things. I play the part, and I appreciate good writing because it makes my job easier. Or actually, it doesn't even make my job easier. It makes my job possible. Or at least what I think of my job. And bad writing makes it somewhat impossible. So I'm a complete opportunist. I only play good parts.
My last question: do you rehearsal? Do you like rehearsals?
I like rehearsals, of course. You know, I'm not an improviser, nor do I really think improvisation is a useful device other than in rehearsals. I like rehearsals not for improvising, but for thinking it through and making it work. You know, I like to use the tools in my toolbox, and sometimes you pick the wrong tool. So rehearsal gives you the opportunity to say, that's the wrong thing. I need this.
Okay. Thank you.